Yo, so I was sitting here and I was kind of thinking about a few weeks ago. I did an interview, I did a video with Fred Talks Fighting, right? And me and him were having a conversation. We were talking about kind of like the immersiveness of the game and how realistic it is, all of the good things, right? And one of the things I got to thinking about was we haven't seen robes in any of the ESBC videos yet. And I understand that the focus has really been on the gameplay and those things, but even in the creator video that we saw, we didn't see robes. We've only seen a couple like ring walks, but we still haven't seen robes. So I gotta ask, like, SCI, where are the robes? So I love the fact that we have such a growing roster, and I love that the roster is going to be so big. But I think there's certain areas of the game that still need a little bit of focus, man. Look, the roster is going to be great, and it's going to be the biggest roster that we've ever seen. But there's still something about the game that requires a little bit of extra oomph, man. Like that those small things that really make up the immersiveness and that really put you into the essence of boxing, man. And it is those smaller things even before you step in the ring. And yes, there are many other things, but robes is really one of the things that I want to talk about, because when we talk about customization and things like that, we want to customize an individual's clothes as well. And when I was talking to Fred Talks Fighting, one of the things we talked about was being able to actually put our own symbols and drawings and things like that, albeit it probably has to be like verified first so we don't have anything derogatory or anything like that in the game. But being able to put our own emphasis in the game, create our characters with their own emblems and things like that, and being able to put them on robes or on their shorts, I think is actually a pretty big part of the game. It's one thing to see your character walk to the ring shirtless and that's it, right? But it's another thing to take this giant roster that we got and actually really encapsulate their personalities. Would we send Canelo Alvarez into the ring without a poncho? What about having Santo Muerte actually walk to the ring with some of, like, I mean, the ideas are really limitless, but the thing that I have to ask is, like, why haven't we seen robes yet? Where are the robes? And what are the designs, if they are there? I mean, imagine if we had AJ, if we could bring AJ in the customary white robe, Mike Tyson coming in with the towel around his neck. There's so many little aspects that I feel like are kind of getting overshadowed by the roster. And I would look, I can't tell anybody what to do. I can only ask for things, but I would only hope that SCI would say, hey, I think it's about time that we start bringing some of these other little intricacies into the light, right? Character customization is going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge part of the game itself, regardless of how big the roster is. And speaking of the roster, what I don't want to happen is that we give this giant roster and then a bunch of players, a bunch of fighters in the game end up not getting played. I would hate to build this 200, 300, 400 plus fighters, man, and then you only end up playing 50 because the community finds out that these 50 are going to give you your best chances of winning a meta, But again, it's like we still have to see some of the other portions of the game, not just the roster. I would actually like to see robes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I know it sounds small and I know it sounds minute, but we saw clips of Joe Frazier like walking to the ring shirtless. We've seen still pictures of fighters and they've all been shirtless, no robes. So are we Do we have plans on getting robes in ESBC? Is it something that is already in the works? Is it something that's already been, planned out? Are they hiding? Are you hiding robes for whatever reason? I don't know, man. I just know that we haven't seen robes yet, and I would like to see them so that I know that when it comes to customizing my fighter, exactly what it is that I'm going to be able to do with them. I know, or I would hope that we can go further than shorts, shoes, laces, gloves. I would like to go a lot farther than that when it comes to my fighter's attire. So SCI, if you could shed some light on a little more of the customization and whether we're going to have robes or not. That's all I'm asking for. Nothing major, just robes. Are we going to have robes? Look, appreciate y'all for coming back. I wanted to keep this short. I didn't want to go too long. But I would like to do more videos of these, just pointing out some of the small things that we, may be missing as of right now. We're coming very close, I think, to ESBC coming out. Look, Ty Grisham said very soon to be released, so I'm hoping that is a little tease to something. But if it is very soon to be released, I would like to see some robes. All right. Look, appreciate y'all for coming back. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.